Good morning. I'm just leaving the Sono Hotel behind me. We're going to go to Seaworld today. We've got to go on the trolley, so that's why I'm starting the vlog here. I've got my 2-day ticket from yesterday, which includes all-day dining, which, like I said yesterday, at Busch Gardens, is sort of insane. But they're really pushing it at the minute, and when the parks are quiet, I mean, you could get so much value out of that. It's incredible. The trolley. So the trolley is a service which basically runs up International Drive. I think that's why it's called the trolley. It's not a glamorous bus. Last time I remember riding it, it had like wooden benches. However, it's very cheap. It's just $2 per person. You need to pay by cash, I think. You can get like a multi-pass, but I think you have to buy them online, pretty sure. The website is pretty simple, and it's just a really good way for getting up and down iDrive. The only problem is they don't really list, as far as I can see, and I'll correct myself if I'm wrong when I get to the bus stop. They don't tell you the times when a bus is meant to come. They just say every 20 minutes for the green line and every 45 minutes for the red line. So 45-minute gaps is quite a lot. Now for Seaworld, I can actually get either line. Both lines go to... Now the red line is actually faster from here, from Icon Park, because I'm actually staying across from Icon Park. So if the red one comes, then brilliant. So you can see here's the wheel, here's a star flyer, and then there's a stop literally right here. That's another thing, all the trolleys are actually green, even though there's a green and a red line. I remember this last time, because look, I'm technically on the red line, which means that might be 45 minutes. Oh, I might walk over to the other side of Icon Park then, because my chances are actually better over there. I forgot that this bit isn't, see here where it's matched, and the line is the same on either. And this is Seaworld. Another good thing for this is Fun Spot as well. Yeah, so I might walk and try and see how much the walk is to over this side. Okay, so I was completely wrong. They do actually have an online tracker. I don't remember that in the past. However, brilliant. If I'd known about that, I'd have literally left the hotel knowing what the walk was. I've just looked on the tracker, and you can see on the tracker, you can see the one that I've missed, and then you can also see where I'm the green dot, and there's another one coming up. Now, I didn't see the green line on there, but by the time I've run over to the green line, I think this one will be here anyway. And this is the faster one. This goes more direct to Seaworld. So I'm just gonna wait here, and I think should be 15 minutes maximum, I think. Let's time it. All good? It's quite loud on here. I don't know if you're going to hear me very well. It's the heater. But it's, you get on, just put your money in the slot. The time between buses was 7 minutes. Now I think I just got really lucky there, but now that I know, track it on the app. That's incredible. It makes this, like, for $2, an incredible service, to be fair. Like, really good. So they drop you off at this little hut down here. Now, it looks extremely quiet. Now, I know it'll fill up more through the day. Orlando parks are kind of a late start type parks, but this is insanely quiet. So we're going to focus on the new rides first that I need to get done. Tick. Which is the Pipeline Coaster, it is the Premier Rides one, and the new family one. If Mako is on the way past of any of them, we'll head to Mako. Now, as you know, I hate stand-up coasters. I think they are atrocious. They are the worst type of coaster. Trump flying coasters by like 10 to 1. However, B&M, after years of releasing nothing new, been beaving away, and they come up with this little contraption, the surf coaster. So yeah, it's got really good reviews. No one's coming off saying it's horrible, so I'm excited for this.
Good?
Yes, thank you. The only ride that's closed at the moment is Penguin Trek. Well, that's delayed this morning. It should be open in a bit, but it's closed at the moment. Which means we should have a full offering. I mean, I believe it when I see it. And bang on, 10 o'clock. Icebreaker, that's what it's called, isn't it? Icebreaker. Looks alright. It'd be good because the comfort colours are off, but there's a few trains worth here going down towards Pipeline Coaster. So it just opens on time. It's my biggest wish. Let's look at the seats. Say seat. And these actually, during the ride, these do actually move up and down a little bit. It looks like we can't escape the faff of a stand-up coaster. It's literally just taking forever to load it. It's one of the reasons why I hate them, to be fair. Well, holy moly. Fair play to Seaworld. Obviously, Seaworld gets a lot of bad rap because of the animals, which it should, to be fair, in my opinion. And I do think the reason why you were seeing, I said this before, but the reason why we're seeing so many massive roller coasters at all the Seaworld parks is the fact that they think that their animal, like the shows elements of the animals, is on borrowed time. Like every year there'll be another new story that comes out. So they're really heavily investing in their rides, which they've been doing like insanely over the last few years, particularly. So they've taken a risk on this, and oh my god. Right, first of all, let's talk about the faff. The faff in the station, like the next train hasn't been sent yet, and I've gone and got my locker, I got my bag out of my locker. There's still too much faff in the station. It's a much better process, and also, you know, there's only 2 seats per row rather than 4 seats per row. So it's better. It's on one train, which makes me sad. I'm hoping that the train comes out maybe a bit later, because it's now a 20-minute queue, and it's literally like, that's 3 trains, probably. Yeah, about 3 trains, probably. So there's still too much faff in the station. Well, you know what these need? They need dual loading stations, which I know is a lot of faff, but it just means you can work on the trains for longer, because the track spends so long with no one going around it. They've just dispatched it now. That's easily, again, 5 minutes. But let's talk about the positives of it. One, it's really, like, it's a surfboard. It looks like a surfboard. It's fantastically themed. But like I said just before I got on, these cars have about, I want to say 4 inches. I don't know if it's more or less than that of movement. Oh, there's no effect there. I didn't notice that on the front row. Yeah, they have about 4 inches of movement. So as you go over a hill there, You feel airtime, but it's airtime like you've never ever experienced it before. Your whole, because you're standing up, it is so unusual of a feeling. It's quite incredible. Even on the small hills, like this one here and the one just before the ending, this one just here, this little twist, you get a pop of airtime. You raise up out your seat. It was incredible. I can't wait to see. I mean, I'd do one of these where it's just camelback after camelback. I wouldn't get bored of it. So yeah, fair play to Seaworld for taking a risk. It is a massive risk when you take a new prototype coaster. I've never seen any stories of it being, you know, massively unreliable. It is B&M at the end of the day. They are pretty good at what they do. So yeah, and that's a long review of that, but it did. I was doing a front row POV for my first, because obviously I was a short queue in the morning for my first one, so I didn't really react on the camera. Well, I didn't react at all, but I just wanted, like, I was blown away. A massive grin on my face. I wanted to get to Icebreaker, but this is closed. I've not seen Icebreaker go around yet, but so I have to take the long route back, I think. Yeah, I can't see much action down there at all, actually. Oh, actually, this path across the river, across the pond, said it only opened at 11. So maybe that whole section doesn't open yet, you know, for a theme park in Orlando. But yeah, I loved that. I want to go around for a second go, but the queue, until they put 2 trains on it, it's going to be pretty miserable. And even with 2 trains, I think you're going to be stacking on the brake run for quite a while. Get significantly hotter, Infinity Falls and Journey to Atlantis will be off the cards today. I love Infinity Falls. Journey to Atlantis is alright, I can take or leave it, but I love Infinity Falls. But it's too cold. They didn't say they were closed, which is interesting. But yeah, it's too cold. Found myself towards Mako. I mean, look at how quiet it is. So yeah, I might have a couple. Again, it depends on the queue. I think it'll be on one train. I think everything's gonna be on one train today. I mean, when I came just before Christmas, and by the way, it was in term time just before Christmas. The queue was like back down to here. I know it's the start of the day. It will get a bit busier as people walk through the park, but I can't even hear anyone at the minute. Oh my God. Is it completely empty? Oh my God, it is. And people are definitely going again. I mean, this is the best ride here, in my opinion, for the airtime you get on it. That's incredible. Okay, front row on Mako. I do absolutely love the fact they've got this this audio, similar type here really. It's timed to the train, so by the time you get to the top, it's kind of built up to its like crescendo. I do remember this being pretty good back in the day, and I was really upset last time I didn't get on it when the Christmas time. It kept breaking, and then they also had a massive queue. Here we go. Forget how much airtime you get on this thing. Oh, you see? Oh, it's fresh. Oh, it's cold. Oh. Here we go, first proper airtime. Oh my God! So how you see? Still have a seat. There you go. Oh, I forgot how good it was. It's so good. Again. Oh my God! Oh, it's so hot! Are you ready? I'm a seat, and then down again. It's incredible. Oh, it is the best thing here by a country mile. Like Lions go, but this is better. It just is better. The effect working? Oh no, no effect today. And there we go. And even better, the station's that empty. you can just swap seats and get into another row. If you're no one in your row, you can just stay sat down. Obviously on the front, so but yeah, that's incredible. It's a front row coaster. You get more airtime 100% at the front. And I'm hungry. I don't need breakfast today on purpose because of the insane dine all day thing here. I know Icebreaker's behind me, but I'm gonna go. I'm just desperate to find some food. Can you get some food near? Also had a chat with two guys who we literally all jumped on the back row after being on the front row. They were massive coaster enthusiasts. One of them works on Velocicoaster. So hello to you two. If you did subscribe, I appreciate that. I didn't catch the names, but yeah, it was just a fun little chat. They were talking about how they need to visit. That's not open. How they need to visit Alton Towers to go on the Smiler, and I was like, please. One of them did, and one of them was excited. I said, no, just no. Nemesis, yes. Smiler, no. So I'm currently in the area where Penguin Track is. This is a big coaster. I don't, like, it's massive. I didn't realise it was like, it's a family coaster from B&M. It always looks funny because it's B&M massive, ridiculous, hardcore track, and then it's just like a little kiddie coaster on top. But it's big though. If I was a kid, I think I'd be scared of it. It sounds stupid because like the track's thicker and beefier. It sounds really weird. I don't think it's open, or because I'm not seeing it go around. I mean, I'm quite early, don't forget. What have we got? Got a bit of pizza. Oh, the pizza looks quite thin. I don't really like thick pizza. What else have we got? There's pepperoni. And we got chicken, maybe? Buffalo chicken. What else do I want? We got, orange chicken. I still don't understand the system for this. He asked me what I wanted as my side when fried rice is listed as a side. I don't understand. That's plenty for a meal. And a drink. You have a really odd system here where you got to come outside and pay with the pass, and then they give you the cup. You go back inside to then go and get your drink. Very bizarre. This is interesting. She said nothing was closed today, but Journey to Atlantis is closed. Have they decided it's too cold? I mean, I can see a man welding something. There's definitely fire there. Can't be healthy for you to breathe that in, can it? Yeah, so that's a no-go today. But we're going to go on Kraken, because Kraken, last time I was here, it was down for, I think it's just been repainted, actually. The new paint job looks fantastic. But it's open. It's quite busy around here, actually. I know there might be a school trip in the vicinity. It might be a little bit of a wait if it's on one train. I give up on Kraken because it's, I think, just a couple of school groups have just got in there. It's making it a bit unbearable. So we're going to try Manta. Now Manta I don't rate because it's a flying coaster. I'd much rather do Pipeline. It does look like it's on two trains though. I'm hoping to God it's on two trains. The queues here are so weird. This is walk on. I've gone towards the back because there's no point going on the front row for this because it doesn't really make much of a difference, to be fair. And it's a bit more intense at the back. The pretzel loop is sometimes too intense. weird. We've come in on the other side, and this one's not gone. That's really weird, and also very convenient. If they have a problem with one train, they can just get you in on the other station, I suppose. Because they weren't really operating one station. I've actually never seen the right side ever open. Not in any of my visits, anyway. It is very intense, isn't it? It just is. Like this, it's one of the better ones, like as far as flying coasters go. But the pretzel loop, and that's actually giving me a little bit of a headache. I very rarely say something's too intense, but that's borderline. If you're finding this video helpful, please don't forget to press the subscribe button. Also, if you can, please press the like button. This really does help push the video to new viewers. Also, once you're done watching this video, why not check out Theme Park Dash? It's our own little game show we made at Alton Towers Resort, where we turn the whole resort into a giant board game. Whilst I'm walking through here, so it says 15, I'm expecting a one train operation. So this is my first ever B&M two-seater family coaster, I think. I've done the inverted ones, but not this type. Exit. You know what? When I was a kid, our first coaster was a wacky worm, or something similar. A wacky worm. That's a B&M double launch coaster. The trains vibrate a lot. Oh, it's very dark here. There's no queue line I'm walking through. It definitely is, isn't it? Let me know, what is this from? Did this used to be the ride on the other side of that? And you used to look through glass on the ride? Pretty sure it used to be. It feels like it used to be. Does that make sense? Someone tell me down below if that is, because I need to know now. Yeah. It's. I just want to get out. How to get out? There's now a queue to get out. Finally, daylight. Jesus, there's like an airlock you have to go through in order to get out. Just have it optional. If you want to go to the penguins, you have the option to not see the penguins. It was going to be an all-round positive review until I exit. It's like, it's not obvious what's going on for first timers, as in for me. Just have an option where you don't have to go and look at the penguins. The ride-wise, I mean, like I said, a wacky worm is what I is a kids. I mean, I didn't see the actual height restriction, but the kids getting on it are tiny, and there's never been a better time to be a young kid at a theme park, because the stuff you can go on now. I mean, look how high this stuff is. It doesn't look it on the camera, but that is high up for a kid. I'm going to head right across the park now to, we'll come back to Kraken. I'm going to head over to Icebreaker. It's the last one I need to tick off that I haven't done. It looks a lot of fun. While I'm over at Icebreaker, if the queue isn't too insane for Pipeline, probably going to do Pipeline again because it's very good. Here's Icebreaker. So it first opened with comfort collars, and I think they've now gone, which has meant they can do a lower height restriction, which is good. And it's also good because comfort collars do absolutely nothing. It's really, what I will say about the whole park is it's incredibly hard to gauge what will be busy and what won't be busy. Because Kraken's on 20 minutes, and that's got a big B&M train. Yes, it's only one train, but Mako was literally, no one was in the station for. Pipeline was moderately busy, but it is a new ride. It was walk-on for, man, I thought it has 2 trains, didn't it? It did have 2 trains. Oh, 30 minutes, ouch. Okay, well, gotta do it. I say ouch, I've had it lucky. That's what I mean, it's so random, the queue times today. I said this in yesterday's video at Busch Gardens for Tigris. The amount of space, I mean, you get a little bit more space here, but the space to walk through a train there is insanely small. I'm amazed Premier Rides have sold so many. They must be pretty cheap, to be fair. Relatively. That really took me by surprise on how good it was, and there was some massive ejector airtime. Literally just as you, on the final launch before you go over the top, massive bit of airtime, as obviously sat in the front for the POV, massive bit of airtime right at the top of on the top hat, massive bit of airtime, and then there's literally 2 or 3 points throughout the ride where I was well on my seat. So for as much as the Premier Rides trains are awful to get through, once you're actually sat in them, they're pretty good actually. Another thing I've got, another quarrel I've got with these charity parks or animal conservation stuff. Even on here it says refresh, connect, protect, right? Utter nonsense from Coca-Cola and Seaworld. Now in Europe, for a long time, don't get me wrong, the UK is quite bad for this as well, but like, if you sit down anywhere, I think at Europa Park now, anywhere in the park, you get charged an extra €1. I don't know whether that's just the park being good or like national legislation, because I think in France it's because it's legislated that they have to have proper cups, and you take it back, you get a refund on them to promote recycling or reusing. Don't do that here. And don't tell me SeaWorld don't know about that. I've got this thing with big charities and how they spend their money. and they preach one thing, then they just go and do another. Anyway, my 2 cents were they could actually have reusable cups and charge for them, like charge €1. And if you want to keep them, that's fine. It's a souvenir cup. You can take them home and use them at home. You'll find most people will want to return them or reuse them at another outlet later on. Anyway, rant over with. I'm not going to bother with I've got this tick before, so I'm not going to bother with it. There is no queue. Super Grover Boxcar Derby. It's so bizarre. Is everyone just holding their phones on this one? I know it's only a smaller one, but you know, parks sometimes have a rule, and that is the rule. Sesame Street land, world, area, or just Sesame Street, is that what it's called? They do a little parade sometimes through here. It's finished off very nicely, to be fair. I think they have a little studio where they have the characters, photos with Elmer, there you go, inside there. I'm going to go through here to get through to Infinity Falls and see if it's open, see if they will actually open it on these cold days. Well, it looks like it's open. I can't imagine there's much of a queue for it today, but fair play, they've got it open. I do just remember coming off pretty wet and probably too wet. It's not warm enough, it just isn't. Which I'm a little bit good about because I think this is my favourite water ride. The music's really good. As you're going through a calm bit, the music gets really calm. And as you start to go through a really fast bit, the music starts to speed up. And it sounds stupid, but like little things like that are really like, just make it. Be careful if you're on the bridge. How wet do these get? That was a heavy boat. Oh yeah, no, she's one of them's absolutely drenched. It's actually amazing to see how little the splash is. You just saw the splash coming onto the bridge, but it's a light boat. It just shows you how different a heavy boat can make it on the rapids, like digging in. I think I've decided no for today, and I'm going to show you why. I do remember here being a particularly, so I'm at the entrance, if you look just over here, it's quite hard with the bridge. If you can see the wave that comes into the boat, and these are on empty boats. What it's like with a big boat, I'm not sure. It's the shoes. That's what I'm most worried. I've got a coat, I've got a Valhalla waterproof. It's just the shoes. I don't want the shoes to get too wet. For better or worse, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my socks off. So I've got some warm socks to put on. I'm going to wear my coat. I'm holding everything up, hence the weird angle. And I'm going to wear my Valhalla poncho. Okay, we're on. And I've got a boat to myself, which, if you've followed the channel for a while, you know I don't like filming on rapids, because like you're just basically putting the camera in someone's face. Now I know I film other people, you know, on the rides anyway, but I feel like I'm well covered. I've got loads of space, you see. I'm not near the entrances, although it does come over the back. And I can put my feet up here if the water gets sloshy. This is a bad idea, isn't it? Anyway, we're on now. If this isn't worth a subscribe, regardless of how wet I get, the fact that I did it should get me some brownie points, right? Right, we're off. Oh dear. Oh my god, this is a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I need to not go down that bit backwards as fast as possible. It's exactly the way I'm going. Oh no, it's literally going backwards. It could be more backwards. Oh no, it's spinning! Oh dear. My feet are soaked! Literally, right on my shoe! Right on my shoe! It couldn't have been more on my shoe. If my feet were down here, it'd have been better. Oh no. Is that the worst one? Quite a lot of water under this conveyor, isn't it? I'm in Orlando. I know it's January. It's meant to be hot. I have no idea what's coming up on this next section now and how wet it's going to be. It's coming through the blooming boat. Oh dear. I got through that one unscathed pretty much. It's the backwards I don't really like. You don't know which wave's coming next. The music though is incredible. The fact that you're going through a faster bit with faster music. I love that someone's thought about that, and when it calms down, the music calms down. It's a great rapids though. Oh my, these are huge. Oh, all bark, no bite there. That was good. And with the lift, basically, no. Of course we're going backwards. Of course we're going backwards. The backward side's bound to get more wet, right? The only good thing about going backwards is it shouldn't get my feet wet. We got, oh God, we're going! I thought it was a stop. I can't see anything. All fine. I don't know if it looked bad on camera, but it didn't get me wet at all. That last splash looks bad, but in reality it really isn't. You know, whenever you go on a water ride, the first thing that happens is the sun goes in. Well, the sun's come out. Glad I took my socks off, as much as it did get a bit wet. I love that ride. I can see just the theme tune for it is really like underappreciated, and the fact that it speeds up as you speed up. Big boats. The big splashes look dramatic, but aren't actually too dramatic. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get a killer wave on there, and you just get absolutely drenched. Which is in Orlando. That's normally fine. On the 8th of January, it is a bit chilly. In one of the vlogs, I was confused at why all the flags are at half-mast. Apparently they're going to be at half-mast all month due to our former president, Jimmy Carter. He would have been 100, or it's been 100 years since his death, one of the two, I can't remember. And because of that, they're flying all the flags at half-mast. And Trump isn't happy because there'll be a half-mast during his inauguration. Apparently Kraken's on a 15-minute wait, much better than earlier. Oh yes, please. It's a few waits to the front, and I'll also have a go on the back when we come back in as well. microphone, but it's just magnetic. It's done incredibly well because I keep forgetting to take it off. You just walk on, but obviously for the front row you have to wait a little bit longer. I'm not going to do it again just because I feel like I wouldn't gain much by going on the back. It is a little bit rough. If you don't like it too rough, then yeah, I've got a slight headache now. So I'm back finally at Pipeline, and the queue looks like it's walking into the station, so there'll be a few trains, which obviously the stand-up coaster takes a while to load and stuff, and there's only one train still. But I might have one go. I'm going to take the wrist strap on, just try and show you, like, film myself, which I rarely do, but it's to kind of show you just, I mean, you might not see it much, but how much you raise up in the seat. I might even just like show you my feet and see how much you can see how much my feet come off the ground. One thing I didn't show is the locker size in either vlog. Quite deep. 2 maybe small backpacks can fit in one. This fits in there with a little bit of pushing. But you can just about see. I'll try to show you my feet a little bit this time, because you do raise off the floor substantially. You do think you're going to slam down into them, right? And come back down, but it's quite soft, isn't it? Oh, you can actually feel it. You can feel the kind of the dampener. A nice little effect that is normally on here is the little wave pool to simulate the ocean. That's not on today. That's a bit of a shame. I quite like that effect. That is it. That is it for today. That is it for Seaworld. Overall, I've had a great day, haven't I, really? I know I'm moaning a little bit about the operations. It's just, sometimes I think, well, if it could be walk on, it should be. And also the staff aren't wonderful of like cranking the trains out. They are very leisurely, even when it's on one train, and they get to stand there for 2-3 minutes not doing anything. But that said, may come out to 2 trains actually, so it is possible. Like always with Seaworld, I do think there's a bit of conservation washing going on. Like, I don't really believe, like, there's all stuff like Seaworld cares. Like I said, if they cared that much, they get rid of like the reusable cup, the non-reusable cups and stuff that they've done in Europe ages ago, you know. So yeah, so that bit, and you know, winds up a little bit. But like I said earlier, they are putting in hardware after hardware after hardware because they are terrified that their business, which is the animals, which will dry up over a long period of time. The Pipeline coaster, it's a stand-up coaster I adore. I want more of them. I want to be going bigger hills, doing more extreme stuff with them. It feels crazy to be on there. I love stand-up coasters if that's a stand-up coaster. Yes, it's more of a faff. I wish there was a onload and offload, you know, so just all the bits that come with a quick operating coaster. If I had that, it'd be almost perfect. The travel, I thought, you know, I'm sure 4 inches is what I read. I might be wrong about that. Again, correct me down below if you know what it is. I thought, oh, you're barely going to feel it. You feel it. You completely raise up out your seat. And the best hardware in Orlando, I've checked the app, the live tracker for the iTrolley, and the red line is about to come in. So I'm going to go and get on that. It's exactly the same process, but going the other way. The live tracker is brilliant on their own website. Definitely recommend that as well. Other than that, great day at SeaWorld. Last time I had a bit of a mediocre day, a bit rubbish. Today was absolutely great. I enjoyed that. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you can. Please like the video. It always helps if you can like the video. And the main reason to subscribe is if you like Disney World and all that sort of stuff, then I'm about to go. We're going to all the parks, doing all the stuff, staying at one of the official hotels. which I've never done before, which I'm excited about, although it costs a fortune. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.